Ow!
Good evening, viewer, and welcome to episode 24 of SOTD, the Premier League train wreck that nobody watches. We kick off this week's episode with a game that should have been played when Larfnall initially bottled it to play a European game that they didn't need to play. So, after much waiting, Manchester City travelled to North London to play Larfnall at the Empty Crate Stadium, where Larfnall got battered 3-1, because Pep's boys were not so tired after this trip. Port Pie met the managers. Azteco! Well, as predicted by me, Septic Peg, on last week's show, City have done good and are currently sitting on top of the league. Yes, but only on goal difference. Which would be enough to hand them another Premier League title if the season ended today. Us. Exactly. So, I take it Pep has thanked you for keeping his seat warm all season then? You really are a dick, aren't you? Roll on AFTV, fam. Roll on AFTV. Moving on, Psycho Pep, you did it. The 8-point lead they had after the North London derby has been reduced to 0-points. And Man City are back on top. Feeling good? No, Morris. It does not feel good. Really? Yeah. It just feels normal. Ah, I see what you did there. So, what do you attribute your convincing win to? Full credit has to go to me number one star, Morris. And that would be? Alan. Psychopath. Ew. Oh, Alan. Oh, psychopath. Oh, Alan. Oh, psychopath. Oh, Lidakers. Me, Sylvester Stallone, me, and Tommy Cooper, me, Simon Greenall, me, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, me, and Maggie HB, and then Christopher Walken, ha. Whoa. Excuse me? Yes? Did you just say Christopher Walken? I did indeed say Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken?
Hey, whoa! What the fuck?
Holy shit! Where did you come from?
I'm like the boogeyman or Beetlejuice. You said my name 3 times, so here I am.
Why is Christopher Walken on SOTD, Pork Pie? Well, having just been sacked by Leeds, Jesse Marsh has been offered the job at Southampton, and I can't do an American voice for Toffee, so Walken is going to voice Jesse until the end of the season.
I heard you had a problem with an American voice for your soccer show, so here I am, me, and my American voice.
Oh, well you can fuck off then.
Hey, whoa! You do not get to tell me to fuck off. I tell you to fuck off.
For fuck's sake, little kids, what are you doing? The governing body for the beautiful game is called FIFA, because the sport is called football. If it were called soccer, the governing body would be called FISA, which sounds like a tin of dog food.
I'm the coolest guy on the planet. I made Robert De Niro cry when I shot myself in the head playing Russian roulette with him. Have you ever made Robert De Niro cry? I didn't think so. Then I played the quintessential Bond villain. I was way ahead of my time. The first ever eco-friendly Bond villain. My mode of escape was a CO2 negative giant balloon. After that, I kept a gold watch up my ass for 2 long years before I gave it to a 12-year-old white boy, which was a crazy thing to do, but hey, I'm a crazy guy.
Yes, well, you're also a redundant guy.
In what way am I redundant?
Southampton could not agree terms with Jesse, so the deal is off. Ergo, we no longer need an American voice.
Ah, okay. Gary!
You can now go man your station, Pork Pie. Right then, with the insanity dealt with, our first actual game of this week saw Larfnall travel to the Midlands to face Aston Villa. The game ended in a surprising 4-2 win for the Goonies, and Pork Pie met the managers. Emery, what are you doing, man? 1-0 and you fucked it up. 2-1 and you fucked it up again. What's the matter? Did you not want to win the Unai Emery derby? Well, I really don't know what to say about today's game, Pork Pie. I mean, we went toe-to-toe with the horses, but they just got that insane streak of luck in the dying embers. Yes, totally annoying when they do that. And I'm sure that there's some sort of voodoo crap going on, because it's not natural, is it? Yeah, well, it's a depressing defeat, but onwards and upwards, Pork Pie, because there's another game to crack on with next week, boy. Indeed. Moving on. Hold up, ain't we just done this crap? Oh, yeah, that was against City. Azteca! So, you got pinned down and duffed up before deploying some Jedi mind tricks in extra time. You need to give me the respect I deserve, Pork Pie. No, I don't, but we're top of the league again. But only because your game was the lunchtime kick-off. Come on. Man City have got to play Forest in about an hour. Do you really think they're going to drop points in that game? Well, I suppose not. There's a good boy. Back in your pram. Gary! Brentford hosted Crystal Palace and the game ended in a 1-1 draw. Pork Pie met the managers. Thomas Frank, what gives? I mean, if you'd left it any later to grab your equaliser, it would have counted as a goal against Manchester United. Crazy game, crazy goal, crazy times, Pork Pie. Moving on. Vieira! 1-0, and you fucked it up. But it's not all bad, because at least you got a point out of it. Well, there is that as a consolation. No, I got nothing. Gary! Wolves hosted Bournemouth, and surprisingly, Bournemouth beat Wolves 1-0. Pork Pie met the managers. Oi, Lopetegui, what the heck are you doing, man?
I don't know what to say, Pork Pie. It's making no sense to me either. With 10 men, we scored 2 goals and beat Southampton. Yet with 11 men, we scored no goals and lose to Bournemouth. There's something ain't right, you know.
Maybe you should stick to acting.
Tell me something. You ever heard of Pele?
Of course I've heard of Pele.
Okay, how about Bobby Moore?
I am a long-suffering, lifelong West Ham supporter. How can I not have heard of Sir Bobby Moore?
Okay, well, how about Osvaldo Ardiles? You heard of him?
I think I know where this is going. But Escape to Glory was a fictional movie.
Hey, we wore full kits. We were on a real pitch. The pitch was inside a genuine stadium, and the 84,000 fans were not drawn using Harry Kane's fucking crayons. So moving the fuck on. Gary O'Neill, congratulations on your win. It was well deserved. Enjoy the rest of the week, sir. I'm out of here.
Whoa. Gary O'Neill, pretty much everything that Lopetegui just said, but without the anger. Yeah, well, that result lifted us up a bit and got us out of the drop zone for sure, but only just, so heads down, eyes on the prize, and hopefully we can still be here next season. Unless, of course, the mighty West Ham could do their usual trick and take points off of Spursy Spurs, in which case, back down you go. But I get the gist of where you're coming from. Gary! Brighton hosted Fulham. The game ended with Fulham taking all 3 points back to West London thanks to their 1-0 win. Pork Pie met the managers. Marco. What on, man? No, I'm not playing that game today. What's that, man? You seem down today. You okay, man? Not really. I mean, at half-time I was very happy, as there were 4 games that were headed for a 0-0 draw, which for me would have been fantastic, as that would be 4 games that we would not have to accommodate on this week's show. Oh, I feel for you, man. I feel your pain. It's a game of 2 halves, Marco, and the second half of all those games let me down, including yours, you bastard. I'm sorry, man, but we've got European football next season, you know? Moving on, De Zerbi. I thank you for your unusual effort in trying to get me some respite. Well, at least I've got your back, mine. Shut up. Gary! Everton hosted managerless Leeds and the Dyche-rama kicked in with full effect, with a 1-0 win for the Toffees. Pork Pie met the managers. I mean manager. Sean Dyche, 1-0, and you won the game. You're outside the drop zone, and you drop my team right in it.
I'll make this brief, you little sausage.
Why?
'Cause my Tyson Fury impression is shite, so it's best to wait for the real deal.
Oh, works for me. Gary! Utter cop-out. Manager of Southampton travelled to Stamford Bridge, where a James Ward-Prowse deadball special earned a 1-0 win for Southampton. Sellers. That's a bit like Sellers. If he gets the job till the end of the season, Inspector Clouseau will be the Southampton manager. And talking of managers, Pork Pie met them. Well, him. Sacky Potter! Winner, winner, chicken what? Oi, careful what you're saying, big boy. I ain't getting no sack, although I'd be interested in your sack. But no, 5-year contract me, I'm safer than houses, mate. I mean, this is a process, and whereas we ain't gonna win anything this year, we won't be getting relegated either, so panic ye not. How is Cesar doing? Well, he's in hospital talking to his wife, so he's doing well. I mean, totally horrific injury, but he's good. Glad to hear that. Moving on. Gary! Nottingham Forest hosted Manchester City, where Forest bagged a late equaliser and earned a valuable point.
Oh, fuck. Feeling it now, aren't you, bitch?
Random. Pork Pie met the managers. Cooper! What the fuck are you playing at?
It's a little known game called football.
Why would you score a goal against Manchester City?
Points make prizes, poor pie. And my aim is to keep Forest in the Premier League for next season, while avoiding relegation.
Do you have any idea how bad you've just made me look in front of Arteta? He's going to crucify my arse next week.
That sounds like your problem.
Ah, fuck. Moving on. Pep, you're not the bottlers. Arsenal are the bottlers.
Shut it, Morris. It's a game of two scarves, and nobody gets an automatic win rate. In any case, I don't like favouritism, so you shouldn't be giving me any preferential treatment.
How the fuck am I giving you preferential treatment?
1-0, and I fucked it up, Morris.
Gary! Liverpool travelled to St James's Park, where they found their mojo and bagged a 2-0 win. Pork Pie met the managers. Eddie, away the lads.
How's it going, Mr. Pork Pie?
It's going good. And yourself?
Well, I've had better days.
I can imagine. 2-0 down in 20 minutes. And then your goalie gets sent off.
Nick Pope, aye.
What was he thinking?
Hands covered in gravy. He was proper shite the day, like.
Well, it was a stupid thing for him to do. But Pope can't take all of the blame, as he's supposed to have defenders in front of him. Where were they for the first 20 minutes?
Away, man. Utter shite today. Right, it's like them attacking players had gone into World of Warcraft or something like, or that film with the small creatures and the giant wizards,
Lord of the Rings?
Aye, that's the one. Lord of the Rings. Well, like that, and they'd gone and borrowed some invisibility cloaks, and, the bastards just ran past my boys today non-stop.
You've got too many pigeons on your aerial today, Eddie. Go get some rest. Moving on. Flippity flop. It's Jurgen Klopp. So, looks like you found your mojo for today's game.
Why do you always ask me these heavy questions? You have no respect for Liverpool. No way would you attack Pep Guardiola in the same way.
What? All right. It was an amazing first 20 minutes. 2 goals, and then Nick Pope got sent off. Did you see the incident?
Why do you hate on me? I did not want him sent off. I would rather get a 3rd goal. So now you're going to say that we only won because they were down to 10 men, yet you ignore the fact that we scored 2 goals when they had 11 players on the pitch?
Not too sure what's going on here, but do you think you can continue with your good form?
We need consistency. Our next game is Real Madrid, which is a dangerous game. After that, we play Crystal Palace, which is another dangerous game.
How is Crystal Palace a dangerous game for Liverpool?
Their home strip is the same as Barcelona. It confuses my players and they get scared.
Oh, good Lord.
Goodbye, hater. I must get to the chopper.
Gary! Leicester City travelled to Old Trafford, where they had their pants pulled down before returning home to the Midlands. Pork Pie met the managers. 11 Hog! Kudos on your impressive win today. You must be happy.
We win again. Our punch steady rises again. We stay under the radar again. And we continue to challenge for the Premier League title with Arsenal and Manchester City.
Again?
Yes, of course, again.
Okay, well, moving on. Brenda! Nice to see that normal surface has been resumed following a few freakish weeks where you won games and picked up points.
You're a very unpleasant man, Pork Pie.
And you're a very inconsistent manager, Brenda. Gary!
Fuck yeah. Ooh, yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, I knew this was going to happen.
In our final game of the week, the Irons drove their caravans to North London and got hammered by the mighty Spurs.
Oh, for God's sake.
Young Emerson Royal opened up the spammy defences with a blinder of a goal, only for Heung-min Son to double the lead, ending with a fantastically amazing 2-0 win for the mighty Spurs over their crappy rivals.
Oi, Linekeers.
Yes?
Well, congratulations on your team beating my team again. However, as the facts currently stand, I cannot interview Conte as he's recuperating after his operation, and I do not want to interview Moyes because he's a cunt who's just kept us in the drop zone. So, in the immortal words of Eric von Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home. Arrogant, jug-eared gobshite is where I draw the line.